You should be embarrassed for 2024. And you know what? You should be embarrassed for 2025. Welcome into the Voice of College Football. Appreciate you stopping by for the best in discussion, debate, and analysis. The Big Ten schedule released for 2025. We're focused on Indiana. Check out the Illinois video and the rest of them here at the Voice of College Football. We appreciate you liking the video and subscribing. Should Indiana be embarrassed for going 11-1 and turning in one of the most remarkable turnarounds in the history of college football? Absolutely no. It's been amazing what Curt Cignetti and his team has accomplished this year. They were not given their Big Ten schedule, therefore they made their way through just a deplorable Big Ten schedule, facing one excellent team in Ohio State, of course losing by 23, defeating one decent team in Michigan 7-5, and racking up a couple other 6-6 wins against Nebraska and Washington. Do not fault Indiana for having a light Big Ten schedule. That was given to them by the conference. Same thing here in 2025. The embarrassment is the non-conference schedule. Even if you are Tom Allen's Indiana football team, you should be playing somebody in the Power 5. You should be playing legitimate opponents. So in 2024, helping Indiana get to a college football playoff were games against Western Illinois, Charlotte, and FIU. Charlotte and FIU playing in the group of 5, a combined 9-15. This season in 2025, it's just as pathetic. Let me restate that. Pathetic. Embarrassing and pathetic are the two strongest terms and the two most accurate terms I can come up with when talking about Indiana's non-conference schedule. And you know what? There are a bunch of other teams in the Big Ten that I will be saying the same thing to. So be looking out. Rutgers, Maryland, and others. Pathetic, embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourselves scheduling this complete crap. You're a Big Ten football program. You're a Big Ten school. Even when you were a 3-9 Indiana football team, you should not schedule the likes of, this season, Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State, who lost to Purdue, by the way, 49-0. Purdue's only win this season, and whom Indiana defeated in 2023, 41-7. This is utter embarrassment. It's pathetic. There it is, Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, Indiana State. If Indiana is not 3-0, Curt Cignetti should be fired. Then they go to Big Ten play. Tough little 3-game stretch to start out. Illinois, at Iowa, and at Oregon, 3 teams that Indiana did not play this past season. They do get a bye before the Oregon game. Then it lightens up considerably with Michigan State, UCLA, and Maryland, who's coming off a horrific 1-7 season, 1-8 season in the Big Ten. Then Indiana concludes with a trip to Happy Valley, a visit from Wisconsin, bye week before the finale against Purdue, and of course they only defeated the Boilers this past season 66-0. Let me state this just one more time. Indiana Athletic Director Scott Dolson, you should be ashamed. This schedule's an embarrassment. All right, let's get to the Big Ten comparison between 2024 and 25. So the same opponents Indiana will face from season to season would be UCLA, Maryland, Michigan State, and Purdue. Those 4 teams went a paltry 7-29 in the Big Ten. In 2024, IU faced Ohio State, Michigan, Nebraska, Washington, and Northwestern in order of record. Those 5 schools went 22-23 in the Big Ten. How does that compare to 2025? Whoa, it gets tougher. Oregon, Penn State, Iowa, Illinois, all should be good teams in 2025. They were this season, and then add Wisconsin, maybe they get better as well. No comparison between replacing the 5 that we see from 2024 with the 5 that we see from 25. Those 5 schools this season went 32-13 in the Big Ten. After a 3-0 start in 2025, things will get mighty difficult for the Hoosiers in comparison to 2024. It's a more difficult conference schedule, and of course it should be, since Indiana was given a cakewalk red carpet to the playoff here in 2024. They took advantage. To their credit, they beat teams that had been above them, and their level that they have now ascended and surpassed, i.e. Nebraska, Washington, and others. But a much more difficult run for IU football. Check out our live stream, Notre Dame, Indiana Talk with Brian Driscoll of Irish Breakdown. That's over on the Notre Dame channel. It's a preview of this college football playoff game between IU and ND. And, of course, leave your comments and questions down in the comments section below, and we'll take your final score for the playoff game. Notre Dame, Indiana. Who wins it, and what's your score? Right here at the Voice of College Football.